When you look deeper into attraction, you realize something very simple but extremely powerful. Women don't respond to language the way men think they do. A word is never just a word when it is spoken inside an emotional connection. It becomes a feeling carrier. It becomes a subtle signal that tells her nervous system whether she can relax or whether she needs to stay guarded. That is why the same nickname can feel completely different depending on who says it and how it is said. If there is tension in your voice, even a soft word can feel heavy. But if there is calmness in your presence, even something simple can feel deeply comforting. This is where most men make a mistake. They focus on what to say instead of how they are being when they say it. But attraction is not built in vocabulary. It is built in energy. When a woman feels emotionally safe around you, her mind begins to associate your presence with ease. And in that state, even a small nickname becomes powerful. It is no longer about impressing her. It is about creating a space where she feels naturally drawn in. Over time, this creates emotional familiarity. And familiarity is what transforms attraction into attachment. Because when something feels consistent, safe, and emotionally warm, it starts to embed itself in memory. That is why personal nicknames hold the strongest impact. They are not borrowed from others. They are created in shared moments. Maybe through laughter, maybe through a small mistake. Maybe through something only the two of you understand. And suddenly that word becomes a bridge between present and memory. Every time she hears it, she doesn't analyze it. She feels it. And that feeling is what keeps her emotionally connected far longer than words ever could on their own. A nickname is never just a label. It is never just a cute word or a casual way of calling someone. When used with the right awareness, it becomes something much deeper. It becomes an emotional signal that bypasses logic and speaks directly to feeling. Because attraction does not grow in the mind first. It grows in the emotional body of a woman long before she can explain it. And this is where the second key insight becomes important. Nicknames work as emotional identity signals, not compliments. Most men use words to describe, but emotionally aware communication uses words to shape experience. There is a huge difference between the two. A compliment says, "I see something about you." An emotional identity signal says, "This is how I experience you." And that shift changes everything. When you call her something like babe, cutie, queen, or even a personal name created between you, you are no longer just describing her. You are assigning her an emotional place in your world. And the human mind naturally responds to identity placement. Because people don't just want to be seen. They want to feel like they belong somewhere emotionally. When a woman hears a nickname that feels natural and emotionally safe, her nervous system starts to associate that word with you. And over time, that association becomes automatic. She doesn't think about it consciously. She feels it instantly. That feeling can be warmth, safety, playfulness, or emotional closeness. But it always begins with association. This is why tone matters more than vocabulary. The same word can feel completely different depending on the energy behind it. If a nickname is said with pressure or expectation, it creates resistance. If it is said with calm confidence and emotional ease, it creates openness. And openness is where attraction begins to grow without force. Because attraction is not built through persuasion, it is built through emotional permission. And nicknames, when used correctly, create that permission quietly. They tell her subconscious, "You are safe here," not in words, but in feeling. And the moment she feels safe, she stops analyzing and starts experiencing. That is where emotional bonding begins to deepen. Another important layer is repetition. When a nickname is used consistently in the right emotional context, it stops being just a word. It becomes a trigger, a psychological anchor tied to a specific emotional state. So when she hears it, she doesn't just recognize the sound. She re-enters the feeling she had with you the first time it truly landed. That is why certain names feel unforgettable even if they are simple. Because they are not stored as language. They are stored as emotion. But here is where most people lose this effect completely. They misuse identity signals before trust is built. They try to create intimacy without emotional foundation. And instead of creating connection, it creates discomfort. Because identity cannot be forced. It has to be earned through emotional consistency. When she feels understood, respected, and emotionally at ease with you, even small nicknames become powerful anchors. But without that foundation, even the sweetest words can feel empty or misplaced. So the real power is not in what you call her. It is in when and how it is introduced into the emotional rhythm between you. Because once a nickname becomes part of her emotional memory of you, It stops being just communication. It becomes a feeling she associates with your presence. And that is where emotional attachment begins to form, quietly, naturally, and deeply without effort. The third key idea reveals something most people never consciously understand, yet they feel it every day in real interactions. The same word can completely change meaning depending on your energy and presence. Not the word itself, not the dictionary definition, not the surface-level intention, but the emotional state behind it when it is spoken. This is where most communication mistakes happen in relationships and attraction. People assume words carry fixed meaning, but in emotional reality, words are just carriers. What actually reaches her is not the language, but the energy wrapped inside it. A nickname like babe, cutie, or even a simple hey you can feel completely different depending on how it is delivered. If it comes from tension, uncertainty, or the need for validation, she feels that underneath the word. Even if she cannot explain it, something in her shifts away. Not because the word is wrong, but because the energy feels off. But when the same word is spoken from calm confidence, grounded presence, and emotional stability, it lands in a completely different way. It feels safe, it feels natural. It feels like there is no pressure behind it. And that emotional absence of pressure is what creates attraction. Because attraction does not grow where there is force. It grows where there is ease. When a man is centered in himself, he does not use words to get a reaction. He uses words to express a state he is already in. That difference changes everything. Because now the nickname is not a tool. It becomes an extension of presence. And she can feel that distinction immediately, even if she cannot explain it logically. This is why some men can say very simple things and still create a strong emotional effect, while others can say all the right words and feel completely invisible. It is never about vocabulary. It is about emotional alignment. When your internal state is calm, secure, and emotionally grounded, your voice carries that stability. And stability is deeply attractive to the nervous system. It signals safety. It signals trust. It signals emotional leadership. And when she feels that, she relaxes into the interaction without resistance. But when there is inner tension, even subtle, it leaks through tone. The voice becomes slightly rushed. The delivery becomes slightly uncertain. The energy feels like it is reaching for something instead of simply expressing. And that shift changes how she receives everything. This is why mastering attraction is not about learning better words. It is about becoming aware of the emotional source behind your words. Because women are not responding to language alone. They are responding to the feeling your presence creates in them. And nicknames simply amplify that feeling. They do not create attraction by themselves. They reveal what is already there. So if the energy is strong, grounded, and emotionally present, even a small nickname becomes magnetic. But if the energy is unstable, even the most carefully chosen word loses its impact. And once you understand this, you stop focusing on what to say. You start focusing on how you are being when you say it, because that is what she actually feels, and that is what she remembers long after the moment is gone. The fourth key idea is something most men underestimate, yet it sits at the very core of lasting attraction. Emotional safety is the foundation of everything that follows. Not excitement, not chemistry, not even desire in its pure form. Because desire without safety is unstable. It burns fast and disappears just as quickly. But desire built on emotional safety becomes something deeper, something calmer, something more consistent, something that quietly grows over time instead of fading after intensity. When a woman feels emotionally safe with a man, her entire internal state changes. She no longer feels the need to protect herself in the interaction. She stops overanalyzing every word. She stops reading between the lines for hidden pressure or expectation. Instead, she begins to relax into the presence. And that relaxation is where real attraction begins to take root. Because attraction is not only about stimulation, it is also about release. The release of tension, the release of emotional guard, the release of the need to stay in control of every moment. And emotional safety is what allows that release to happen naturally. This is why tone, patience, and emotional steadiness matter far more than clever words. A man can say something perfectly structured, but if there is tension behind it, she will feel unsafe on some level. And the moment emotional safety is disrupted, attraction becomes unstable. But when a man is grounded, when he is not rushing outcomes, when he is not trying to force a reaction, something shifts in her perception of him. She begins to feel that she can just be herself around him. No performance, no emotional defense, no pressure to respond in a certain way. And that feeling is rare. In a world where most interactions are driven by subtle expectations, emotional safety becomes deeply attractive because it creates space. Space to breathe, space to feel, space to open up without fear of judgment or pressure. And in that space, connection starts to deepen naturally. This is also where words like nicknames gain their real power. A nickname does not create emotional safety. It only amplifies it when it already exists. If emotional safety is missing, even affectionate words can feel uncomfortable or misplaced. But when safety is present, even simple expressions become warm and meaningful. Because she is no longer evaluating the words intellectually, she is experiencing them emotionally. An emotional experience always overrides logic. This is why some women become more attached not to the most charming man, but to the most emotionally steady one. The man who does not fluctuate, the man who does not pressure, the man who remains calm even in silence. That calmness communicates something deeper than language ever could. It communicates stability, and stability is what the nervous system trusts. When the nervous system trusts you, attraction becomes effortless. There is no need for persuasion. There is no need for constant validation. There is only ease. And ease is where emotional closeness naturally grows. But emotional safety is not something you perform. It is something you embody. It comes from being comfortable in yourself, not dependent on her reactions to feel secure. When that is present, your presence alone begins to change the emotional tone of every interaction. And in that environment, even the smallest words carry depth, because they are no longer just words. They are expressions coming from a place she feels safe to receive. And that is what makes her stay emotionally open, present, and connected over time. The fifth key idea goes deeper than attraction itself. It is about memory. Because attraction may start in the moment, but attachment is built in memory. And memory is not formed by logic, explanations, or repeated effort. It is formed by emotional imprinting, by moments that carry feelings strong enough to be stored inside her subconscious without resistance. This is where personal nicknames become something far more powerful than general compliments or common affectionate words. A personal nickname is not borrowed. It is not generic. It is not something she has heard 100 times before from other people. It is something that belongs only to the two of you. And that is exactly why it matters. Because the human mind does not attach deeply to what is common. It attaches to what feels unique, emotionally specific, and personally meaningful. When a nickname is created through a shared moment, it stops being just a word. It becomes a symbol of a feeling she experienced with you. Maybe it came from laughter in an unexpected moment. Maybe it came from a small mistake that turned into something playful. Maybe it came from a situation where she felt seen in a way she didn't expect. It doesn't matter how it is created. What matters is that it is emotionally anchored in experience. Because once emotion is attached to a word, the brain stores them together. And from that point forward, the word becomes a trigger, not for thought, but for feeling. So when she hears that nickname again, she is not analyzing it. She is not thinking about its meaning. She is immediately re-entering the emotional state connected to it. That is why personal nicknames are far more powerful than standard affectionate words. Because standard words can be repeated by anyone, but a personal nickname cannot. It carries exclusivity, and exclusivity creates emotional significance. This is also why it is never about forcing creativity or trying too hard to invent something clever. The strongest personal nicknames are often the most natural ones. They are born in the flow of interaction, not manufactured for effect, because anything forced lacks emotional authenticity. And without authenticity, there is no real imprint. When something is real, spontaneous, and emotionally charged in the moment, it gets stored differently in the mind. It bypasses analysis and goes straight into emotional memory. And emotional memory is where attachment lives. Over time, these small personalized moments begin to build a private emotional world between two people. A world that no one else shares. A world that feels familiar, warm, and uniquely theirs. And this familiarity is what strengthens emotional bonding far more than constant effort or repeated attention. Because the mind naturally gravitates toward what feels emotionally known, what feels safe through repetition of shared meaning. And the personal nickname becomes a shortcut to that feeling. It doesn't need explanation. It doesn't need context every time. It simply exists as a bridge back to a shared emotional experience. And every time it is used, that bridge becomes stronger. That is how emotional attachment is built quietly over time. Not through intensity, not through persuasion, but through small, meaningful emotional anchors that the mind cannot easily forget. The sixth key idea is something that quietly determines whether everything you say becomes powerful or completely meaningless. It is timing and authenticity. Because even the most attractive words in the world lose their effect when they are used at the wrong moment or delivered without real emotional truth behind them. And at the same time, the simplest words can feel unforgettable when the timing is right and the energy is real. This is where most people misunderstand communication in attraction. They think the secret is in finding the perfect phrase, but the real secret is in knowing when to speak and when not to. Timing is not just about the clock or the situation. It is about emotional readiness. It is about sensing where she is in the moment. Is she open or guarded? Is she relaxed or distracted? Is she emotionally available or still inside her own thoughts? Because when a word is placed into the wrong emotional state, it doesn't land. It bounces off. Or worse, it creates subtle resistance. But when a word meets the right emotional moment, it sinks in effortlessly. And she feels it even if she cannot explain why. This is why presence matters more than planning. A man who is fully present does not rush into speaking. He feels the moment before he speaks into it. And that awareness changes everything. Because now his words are not coming from pressure or habit. They are coming from awareness. And awareness creates precision. But timing alone is not enough. Authenticity is the second layer that gives words their emotional weight. Without authenticity, words become empty structures. They may sound correct, even charming, but they carry no emotional depth. And people feel that emptiness immediately, even if they cannot logically identify it. Authenticity is when your words match your internal state, when what you say is actually aligned with what you feel in that moment. Not exaggerated, not performed, not used to create a reaction, but simply expressed. That alignment is what makes a word believable on an emotional level. Because she is not responding to grammar or vocabulary. She is responding to whether you are real. And the nervous system is extremely sensitive to authenticity. It detects inconsistency faster than the conscious mind ever could. This is why a simple "hey" can feel warm and attractive when it comes from a grounded, emotionally present state, and why a carefully chosen compliment can feel empty when it comes from someone trying too hard. Because attraction is not created by effort, it is created by congruence. When your inner state, tone, timing, and intention all align, something subtle happens. Your presence becomes steady, your communication becomes natural, and your words stop feeling like tools. They start feeling like extensions of who you are. In that state, you do not force connection, you allow it. You do not push for a response. You create space for one to emerge naturally. And in that space, she feels something different. She feels ease. She feels honesty. She feels emotional clarity instead of emotional pressure. And that is what draws her in without resistance. Because at the deepest level, attraction is not about perfect words or clever techniques. It is about whether she feels something real in your presence. And timing decides when that realness can land. Authenticity decides whether it can be trusted. And when both align, even the smallest expression becomes something she remembers long after the moment has passed. Thanks for watching.